Hello everyone, today's episode is on Erika Vieira. She is the host of the YouTube Power Hour podcast and creator of the Zero to Influence YouTube Bootcamp. I do love her Power Hour podcast because she is really one of the only people who I know that are very specific in talking about YouTube for, I'm going to say influencers. She mainly talks about YouTube for influencers. I think that's like a very big part of it. I did do her her Zero to Influence YouTube Bootcamp, and I personally loved it because it got me thinking. It really forced me to think about what I wanted to do. And although I haven't really implemented all the strategies as much as I would have liked to for YouTube right now, by this moment, I do appreciate what I've learned so much from just the first few modules alone in her bootcamp. So I do highly recommend it. Honestly, if you have the budget, I say this to as many people as I can. If you have the budget, it's worth it because the value extends. It's very similar to school. When you go to school, it's not that the value is going to extend within a year. It's that it does extend for a longer period of time. But you have to have it in your budget. You have to be able to have the money to spend on something. That is a big part of, I think, being very big on business in my head, in my world, is I always like to wait until I can at least buy something 2 to 3 times over before actually making the purchase. So I did have the money when I purchased this, and I purchased it, and it was worth the money. Now, let's go on into the rest of her details, because if not, I could talk about this forever. She is a lover of all things social media, YouTube, and influencer strategy. She started her career in commercial real estate. She later did hosting and interviewing in LA, working with E. She then launched and operated a successful clothing line with her sister, Action Jacqueline, selling manufactured licensed sports apparel for women. She created her weekly podcast in 2015 and launched her Zero to Influence in 2018. One of the things she has said is, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. This is something I believe in so much because consistency is everything. If you do something once a week or if you do something every day, when you look back from a year, the once a week, it's going to be 52 times that you have practiced something. If you did once a day for a year, that is 365 times that you have practiced something. Practice makes perfect. So in doing something consistently, it really does help you get further in what you want to do, but also it really helps you get further in your practice, in your experience. Life is about experiences. So if you really want to get good at something, you have to experience the practice. You have to experience the failures. You have to experience the no's. You have to experience all these things to get us comfortable with the uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about anything like out of the range of like business, but like honestly, sometimes you do have to get just a little bit of uncomfortable if you want to excel within yourself. This means, sometimes you need to get into the traction in order to excel. You need to experience these things little by little in order to excel more. And that's just a big thing that I've believed in over time. Now, let's go into her vanity metrics because, of course, we would have to get into vanity metrics just to really get a guideline as to what she's doing on social media and her consistency level. Now, she's not really as active on Facebook. She only has 565 followers and 1 to 2 posts per week, but she does have, I think it's like two groups. She has two Facebook groups for different things. One's for a VIP group, and or if you do the 0 to Influence Bootcamp, she has a group for that. But as well as she has a group, it's the YouTube Power Hour podcast group, and she's like kind of sort of active on it, so you can check that out. I do prefer checking out groups just to kind of get a feel for who they are, who the people in the group are. Sometimes it's nice to just check it out, see how it is, see how it goes, and see if you fit into the group of everyone in there. It always kind of helps. I personally want to start my group for this podcast. I am kind of like seeing what people are doing right, what people are doing wrong, and kind of like getting into this mix of things. But I really do enjoy groups, Facebook groups, above anything else. I feel like they're really good to create that community, and especially for someone who wants to build this business on the front end of a beautiful community that I'm trying to build. It's about the community first above anything else. So I do love these Facebook groups. Now, on Insta, she has 11K followers. She does from 60 to 360 likes, and she gets from 3 to 500 comments. She has Twitter. She has 8K followers, and she does around one post per week. She has 189 episodes on her podcast, and she has about 5K followers on Pinterest. I don't really pay attention to Pinterest as much as I should be. I know there's a lot of good quirky things that we can find on Pinterest, as well as links and stuff you can definitely have on Pinterest. So I'm really thinking about getting back into Pinterest. If you guys want to check out the 31 Days of Halloween Women's Edition playlist, you can check it out right over here and check out all the beautiful women that I have on this playlist. Seriously, the beauty is real over here. The serious education is really over here, and the serious women building brands are over here, so you should go check it out, and I'll see you over there.